How we doing, guys? It is August Young, DocSports.com. Here we go with the NHL rundown for Thursday, March 6th. There is 9 hockey games today. We're going to cover them all. Remember, if you want my best bets, they are available at Doc Sports. And if you're not a client of Doc Sports, free $60 account in the link in the description. Be sure to click that link. If you're not a client, you get a free $60. Daily picks start at $30 a day. So you can get access to 2 days worth of my hockey picks, my premium absolute best bets, absolutely free just by clicking that link in the description. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's games. Here we go for the first game of the day. Winnipeg Jets at the Philadelphia Flyers, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's only the third time this season the Jets have lost 3 straight games. They are 1-1 following such a situation this season. No surprise we're seeing some regression from a team that is 42-16-4. However, almost always in these spots with these great teams that are on losing streaks, they do tend to become overvalued. You'll see that in sports like baseball as well. The public likes to rush to the window in thoughts that this is a must-win, coming-back type game. Now, I agree they should be favorites here, but minus 150 on the road. The lean for me here will be on the Flyers. This is a team that have been playing much better as of late, scoring an average of 4.2 goals per game at home their last 5. Give me Philly plus 130. Now, here we go with the next game, the Columbus Blue Jackets at the Florida Panthers. The Panthers laying minus 265, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Big number here. Florida have taken care of business, though, this season in these spots. They're 13-4 this season as at least minus 200 favorites for a plus 3.8% return on investment. However, that's the issue with these price points. You do need to go 13-4 to barely eke out some profit. Covered yesterday how big favorites this season have not been doing well. It has not been pretty. The average score in those games, Florida at minus 200 or higher, despite their winning performance, has been 3.6 to 2.2. So they have not been covering the puck line on average, which is pretty standard in these spots. The Jackets have been one of the best teams as dogs this season as well. They're 23-26 straight up for a plus 22% return on investment as underdogs. It also includes going 5-6 for a plus 47% return on investment as at least plus 200 dogs. For that reason, I'll be happy to lean small here to Columbus, and we'll take them on the puck line for that added insurance, plus 1.5 at minus 115. All right, now the next game, Utah Hockey Club, minus 115 at the Detroit Red Wings, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Utah rank higher than Detroit in almost all important 5-on-5 advanced metrics. The Red Wings, though, they've had struggles as of late, dropped 5 of their last 7. Utah are coming off that loss to the Devils. I would usually be looking to Utah here at this price point based on the metrics, but they are in a specific situation that I like to call the rest of death. Essentially, rest is a good thing. We know that. Rest advantages do matter. However, there is a tipping point where too much rest does become an issue and is detrimental to teams' performance. That is the case here with Utah. Haven't played since March 1st. The data backs this up being a bad spot to them. I lean to Detroit at plus 100 even money here at home. Now, the next game is the Buffalo Sabres at the Tampa Bay Lightning, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Sabres are falling apart as of late, losing 4 straight by an average of 4.75 to 2.25. They're laying in a ton of goals and they're not scoring many. Tampa are playing outstanding hockey, which is especially true on the defensive end. It's only going to magnify those offensive struggles for the Sabres. It's just a nightmare situation for them. I do think there could be some value on Tampa at minus 210 at this higher price point. But if you aren't into laying juice, I think they're a solid parlay piece instead of the minus 1.5. I prefer that angle instead of laying the puck line. There are many options here, though. But however you take it, I think the best look here is on the side of Tampa Bay. All right, moving on to Boston Bruins at the Carolina Hurricanes. Another juicy price here with the Hurricanes. 7 p.m. Eastern time. The Bruins are a complete mess. They've lost 7 of 8, making it very tough on themselves if they want to get into the playoffs. The Hurricanes have won 3 of their last 4 in these head-to-head meetings. They've only won 4 of their last 10 in the regular season straight up. I did check something, though, which I couldn't believe when I looked up. The Bruins have not been a plus 200 or higher underdog since 2013. 12 years since the Bruins have been in this price. That is pretty much the definition of a buy low, right? It's a market low. Now, do I think they win? No, I do not. Do I have to take a small bite here? As ugly as it is, I absolutely do. The free play will be on the Bruins plus 220. Now, the Calgary Flames at the Dallas Stars, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Man, Dallas are an unstoppable force right now. It's been highly impressive. However, Calgary are not an easy out. They've stepped up against the league's most elite teams as well. They're 6-6 straight up versus teams with a greater than 60% win rate this season for a plus 12% return on investment. The average score in those games was them losing, though, by an average of 3.2 to 2.4. But due to the price tag that they've managed to deliver a very solid profit for backers, as they are often dogs. I'm going to lean with them here on the puck line as well, as we look to fade this Dallas hype train. They're being priced at a premium here, no doubt about it. Beating them at American Airlines is a whole nother thing entirely, but keeping within one is something I think they have a solid shot of doing. The free pick here will be the Calgary Flames plus 1.5 at minus 130. The next game is the Seattle Kraken at the Nashville Predators. The Preds laying minus 135 at home, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I do have a premium selection on this game, so I will not be giving out a free pick. And as I mentioned in the intro, free $60 account down below in the description. Get that if you want this play. Absolutely free if you're not a client of Doc Sports. If you are a client, you know where to find me. Best bets at docsports.com. Now we move on to the Montreal Canadiens at the Edmonton Oilers, 9 p.m. Eastern time. How can we bet Edmonton anything north of minus 200? We faded them versus Anaheim last time. Nice big underdog cash there with the Ducks. Have to do it again. You guys already know how I feel about them in these spots. This is a big rivalry game too. The Canadiens have split 3-3 in the last 6 head-to-heads with Edmonton, despite always being priced north of plus 200. Short and sweet, guys. Give me Montreal plus 220. Now, the final game of the evening, the San Jose Sharks at the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche laying a huge price, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Now, although I'll say laying big favorites is not generally a good idea, especially this season, the enormous favorites above minus 350, all-time in database history, I guess you could call it outliers, these huge favorites, have actually been profitable on the blind. Blindly betting these minus 350s and up would have produced you profit in the history of the NHL. There isn't much narrative to add here. We all know who the better team is. We did have Tampa earlier, as I mentioned, could be used as a parlay piece. And if you do want to bring that price on Tampa down to a more playable range, I think you're safe by putting in the abs here. It's fine with me. Either parlay them straight up or look for a more profitable puck line parlay. But I think there is value on both sides, and that is going to be the advice on this one would be the Colorado Avalanche as a parlay piece. Thank you guys for watching this video. As always, best bets at docsports.com. Please like this video if you want these to keep coming. Subscribe to the Docs channel. So many of you watching are not subscribed. We would greatly appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, comment your thoughts. Head on over to Doc Sports for my best bets, all my premium selections. And if that isn't what you're into, I will see you guys Friday, tomorrow, for another rundown.